What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. Today I wanted to do a very basic video for you guys, and this is going to be just instructional for those that are newer to baseball or newer to MLB The Show in general. Something that we all had to learn at one point, and that is the 4 different lineups that you have, when they come into effect, AL versus NL and all that stuff, DH, no DH. So let's go ahead and jump into that. One of the first things that becomes apparent, and I've already made a couple of videos talking about this, whenever you jump into franchise mode, you're going to have 4 different lineups to set, and this is, in regards to your hitting players. And in order to make sure that you have your lineup saved properly and the correct players coming in and out of your lineup in the correct situations and whatnot, you have to make sure that you have all 4 of these lineups set. You're going to have versus right-handed pitcher DH, versus right-handed pitcher no DH, and then the same thing, both of those on the left side. And the reason for that, I want to break down a little bit for those that are, like I said, newer, is on a very basic level, the AL adopted the designated hitter a long time ago, and so the NL has not yet adopted a designated hitter. More than likely, it seems like the MLB will eventually be a designated hitter across the league, but in the NL, you have to understand that your pitcher bats, and that's why you have these versus right-handed pitcher versus left-handed pitcher no DH lineups. And so if you are playing as a team that is in the NL, more often than not, your games are going to be lineups with your pitcher batting. You're not going to have that DH, and so you have to understand that. Like I said, for beginner people, you might not know that, and so you have to be aware of that in order to utilize your lineups properly. Whereas if you are an AL club, you're more often than not going to have the DH because you're going to be playing primarily AL teams. And then the other thing to consider here is when you are playing the opposite conference, at their stadium, you adopt their roles. So if an NL team plays in the AL, plays in an AL stadium, you're going to have a DH. Whereas if you're an AL team and you travel to an NL stadium, you're going to have no DH and your pitcher is going to have to bat. So, for the people that have been leaving comments and asking about, having your lineup saved, how do I use my lineup with the DH and stuff, it is completely dependent on the rules in the league. Now, there is one thing you can do to make sure that you always have that DH on. And if you always have the DH set to on, then you don't have to worry about these no DH lineups. You don't even have to bother with them. They can be set arbitrarily to whatever you want. If you always have the DH preset, then you only have to worry about right-handed pitcher with the DH and left-handed pitcher with DH. You only have to worry about 2 lineups, so it does simplify things for you. So let's go ahead and jump into that setting for you and show you guys how to get to that. Unfortunately, for those of you that have already started a franchise that may want to have the DH setting set to on, you don't have the option of switching it within your existing franchises. You have to start a new one. So going to the main menu, pressing square on franchise mode, and then hitting start new, that's going to bring up your ability to actually do this. Pick a team really quick. If you go down to the designated hitter option, what you need to do is you need to set it to on if you want that DH to always be on, and you only have to worry about those 2 lineups instead of 4, and you're always going to have somebody batting in place of your pitcher. That is the setting that you guys need to change if that's what you want. And I just want to put this video out there for people that are learning and people that are newer to the game, and hopefully this helps explain it a little bit, and you can help you figure those things out, and give you the setting that's going to allow you to play on that if you want to simplify things for yourself. So, hopefully this helped somebody out there. If it did, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment down below with anything else you guys could use help on. Just a quick video here in this one, but something that I definitely wanted to address and, put this learning point out there for you. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you guys have a good one.